Cold start, baby. Class of 1982 right here. Two-owner, absolutely pristine CR250. First pick. Honda quality. I feel like a time traveler back to 1982 when I was a sophomore in high school. This was a bike to have right here, folks. This is an absolute ripper. The Honda CR250R. Listen to the idle of this thing. This thing's tight as a tiger. The seat that's on this bike, we're 99% sure this is an NOS seat, a brand new seat that was purchased by the previous owner. Again, this is a two-owner bike. We've got the MSO, which is the title, which very, very rarely do you get an MSO on one of these bikes. And you can tell it's a very low R machine. Look at the swing arm where your foot would rub on the swing arm right there. That's usually all gouged up. I believe this is the original decals on the bike. The seat has the decal on the bottom of the seat, indicating it's a Honda part, the Honda part number. The original tank is in excellent shape. I believe these are the original radiator shrouds. The plastics are new reproduction. The rear fender, the front fender, the side panels, and the graphics are all new, including the tank graphics. The bike's just been completely reworked by the staff here at the New England Motorcycle Museum. It's got a new set of Metzler tires on it. It's got the gold chain upgrade and a replacement sprocket set front and rear. The water pump's just been completely rebuilt. It has new radiator hoses, a new water pump seal, new water pump gasket. Everything under the clutch side underneath here is all been reworked and new. And the engine is tight as a tiger. It runs like a brand new bike. It's got new Renthal bars on it, new Ori grips, new levers, new front number plate, new cables. Everything's ready to go. This thing's ready to run. Hey, it's not too late. Next weekend is MX Rewind at Unadilla, August 28th. We're going to be there with our CR500s and maybe a couple small bore bikes. If you want to buy this bike, we'll bring it to Unadilla for you. Just click to buy it now. And you're not going to find another classic 82 like this in this kind of shape anywhere. That much I promise you. And I've got a work order right there, over $4,000 has been put into it. If you're going to race this thing, one of the best features on this bike, I haven't mentioned yet, come around this side right here. This is a white power racing shock. This is a shock that Scott Summers won, I think, 6 or 7 nationals, outdoor national championships in the cross-country racing with that exact same shock. I myself, when I was 21 years old, 1986, I got a credit card and I maxed it out buying parts for my CR and for paying for my racing. I bought one of those shocks. In 1986, that shock cost me $600. I mean, it's like in today's dollars, that's like probably close to $2,000. And it was the single best improvement I ever did to my CR. This shock is a huge improvement over the stock shock. If you want a Huck gravity cavity at Southwick or race this thing at Unadilla, this is a shock to have. The fit and finish on this bike is excellent. Well, without further ado, let's take it for a rip. I think she's warmed up by now. What's happening, guys? Feast your eyes on this classic 82 CR250R. It's got some really cool features that we don't normally see on a bike of this era. One is we have the original certificate of origin. Most serious collectors, I know some serious collectors won't even buy a bike unless it has a certificate of origin, but ironically, for some reason, most people lose these. This has been a 2-owner bike. We just purchased it from the second owner earlier this year, so we have the whole history of the motorcycle here. And if you look closely, this is what appears to be an NOS seat. It has the Honda OEM seat base with the tag on it. We think the previous owner got this seat from the UK. It is a new, not a reproduction, but an NOS seat. Looking closer, you'll see the rear fender is new, the side panels are new, the radiator shrouds and tank are original, the front fender and front number plate are new, and while you're at the back there, Kenny, show them the running gear. New chain and sprockets, gold chain, black sprocket, new primary sprocket. It also has a new chain slider with all new hardware and a new chain guide on the bottom. It has a Metzler tire on there with new tube. The shock is a white power shock. The linkage has Zerk fittings on it. Everything's greased up nicely and in race-ready order. One of the things I look for on vintage bikes, take a look at the pegs. These are the original pegs. They're not bent, they're not worn, they're not beat up. The original brake lever is not bent in any way, shape, or form. And there's very little wear indicated in those areas, showing this as a low-hour original. The handlebars, again, I mentioned earlier, bars, levers, all the hardware up top here, the grips, the crossbar pad, that's all new. The forks are polished and in beautiful shape, as is the front rim and spokes. And there's a Metzler tire around the original front rim. The original front rims and rear rim are showing very little use also. So this is not a bike that obviously was in a collection for a long time and not hammered on. A lot of the hardware has been replaced on the bike with new hardware to freshen it up. And as I had mentioned earlier, the graphics are all new on the number plates and the side cover. I've got not only the manufacturer certificate of origin, but I have the work order here showing 35 hours labor plus parts. The total was $4,079. And that doesn't include the seat, the DG exhaust, the white power shock, the things the previous owner had done. Discussion, I've got the comprehensive vintage motorcycle price guide here, the 2020 edition, showing the 1982 CR250 with the #1 value of $6,500. I would definitely say this is a #1 condition bike for this era. You just don't find them like this. So I would say the retail value is somewhere around $6,500. We're going to have an auction sale on the bike. The starting bid in reserve will be much lower than that. Just understand, you're buying a motorcycle. It's not like buying a new 450 for 10 grand and next year it's worth 5, and 4 years from now it's worth 4 and then 3. This bike is going up in value. This is an investment quality classic. Another area I always check is the bottom of the frame rails. Check out these frame rails. Pristine. I don't feel a single bump in there. I can't see it, but my fingers don't feel anything. Looks nice and straight. Let's check out the other frame rail. Usually when the foot pegs, the swing arm, the fork lowers are all as nice as this bike is. If you're a collector and you're looking for to complete your collection, this would be a good machine to have. Frame rails are nice and straight. I believe this is the original exhaust pipe. Looking at the front of the header, it's in excellent condition. Got a couple small dings in it, but overall, excellent condition, as is the original carburetor. Anyways, just a pristine classic. This has been gone through, ready for another 40 years. If you have any questions about the bike, give us a call. 860-454-7024. Good luck bidding on the bike. God bless America.